So in the red corner, Louis, Palmer the blue, Chris Edmonds. Oh, and a big right hand straight away from Edmonds there over the top. Palmer didn't half take it well, but he did have to take it. He didn't set it up, he just came over the top, landed it sweetly. Palmer shrugged it off, but he's got to be careful. There's a wake-up call there for him. And both men now stood trading happily. And Palmer's responded well from that early setback from that overhand right. Really got the punches going now. It stung him into action, if anything. So after a really good opening from Edmonds with that big right hand, Palmer's come back strongly and thrown a lot of punches in reply. Catches Edmonds on the way in this time though, but he's got to be careful of that right hand. And again pushing forward Edmonds, but Palmer good in response. He throws a lot of punches in reply to make it difficult, but you saw the short right from Edmonds came over the top again. So while I've got the feeling that Palmer is throwing the more punches, Edmonds is still dangerous with that right hand over the top. This time though, from the southpaw stance, a nice left hand from Palmer, but Edmonds forging forward again, throwing heavy shots. Palmer doing well to respond here. And again, good exchange from both men, good even match this one. Palmer looking to throw the left and right. Edmonds looking to get in with that big right hand again. Lands with the left actually and lands solidly again, but Palmer takes these shots well and responds. Some heavy shots have come in from Edmonds and Palmer's taken them well. And again, just as I said that, Edmonds lands again. So while I had Palmer taking a good part of the early part of the round, Edmonds has come back strongly in the latter half. So round 2 or 3 and they're straight back at it. I had that round very even, and just as I was about to say, it starts the same way. Palmer was rocked by that right hand from Edmonds. It does start the same way. Both men throwing the leather, both men having their opportunities, but a superb right hand from Edmonds rocked Palmer. He recovered well to carry on throwing shots, but it is a danger that he's got to be aware of, because Edmonds landed cleanly twice with right hands, but now Palmer, just as he did in the first, came back strongly. What a great way to finish the evening here. Bout 19. And both men have landed solidly, and both men have not been found wanting with solid chins. They've both been caught flush, they've both been hurt, and they've both landed solidly. And they're both still there. It started just the same way as the first round did. Palmer having to soak up a heavy shot from Edmonds, but he did soak it up and came back strongly. And just as he did in the first, he really starts to put the pressure on here again in the second round. Superb fitness from both men as well. This has been fast-paced, it's been hurtful, they've both landed heavy shots. But again, you feel, as you did in the first, that Palmer suddenly goes into another gear. And this time, Edmonds is really feeling it. It's because of the non-stop aggression of Palmer. He stepped up a gear in the first. He stepped it up a gear here again in the second, forcing the count on Edmonds. Now, in the first round, Edmonds responded and came back well. Can he do the same? Well, Palmer closed that gap so quickly. He's having none of it this time. There's not a chance for Edmonds to do as he did in the first, which has come back strongly in the second. Palmer just will not allow it. So it's been a tale of 2 rounds here, a very even opening round. As I say that, Edmonds finds something from somewhere to start throwing punches, but overall this second round has been a big one for the man in the red corner, Louis Palmer. So third and final round, and I've got Palmer really dominating the second, and he started the third the way he ended the second. All credit to Edmonds though, he's taken some solid shots and he's still in there looking for that big right hand. And he lands it there, and you can hear his crowd's response. Palmer though keeps walking forward, keeps him under pressure, just as he did in the second round where he got his success. but that right hand is always a danger from Edmonds, and he's got through solidly with it, and you can hear his crowd respond as Edmonds really comes back again. He knows it was a big round for Palmer in the second, but Palmer, what a chin on him as well, because just when you think that Edmonds is coming back into it, Palmer sucks it up and comes forward again, as he did there. These are heavy shots again from the man in the red corner, and all credit to him. He sucked up those heavy shots from Edmonds and come back with hard and hurtful work himself. Just when you thought that Edmonds could be getting back into this round, Palmer takes those shots and comes forward again. And this has been a hard bout to finish. And Palmer suddenly dregs it up from somewhere again and forces Edmonds, out of sheer fatigue and work rate, to sit on the ropes. And Palmer, full credit to him, stamina, determination, non-stop work rate. Edmonds, right hand that he's thrown consistently, worked so hard, and yet found a man that just won't quit. And again, Palmer runs onto that right hand, but only so he can throw more punches himself. What a gutsy display by Edmonds. But he's up against a man tonight that just will not be stopped, that will not have his victory taken away. Edmonds has done everything he can. It's not going to be enough because Palmer has been relentless. Two superb young men to finish the night, two gutsy men, two chins of iron. I'll say that because look at that. Even when he's up against it, Edmonds throws a big right hand. Palmer walks through it once more. Edmonds is going to finish the fight, I'm pleased to say, but it's going to be a big victory for the red corner.
Our final winner, and your winner by unanimous decision in the red corner.